Okay, next we're going to make our flower. So what we'll need to do is we're going to use the auto curve tool. So I'm going to go to the menu right here and the sub menu. I'm going to select the auto curve tool and I'm going to make a flower. So I want to pick the color for the petals. That would be appropriate, purple. And I'm going to select a spot here to start. Try that again. And as I draw, you'll notice that it'll automatically curve between these 4 points. So I'll make a petal and press escape, and that'll be a single petal. And I'll want to change the colors on that. So it'll stay purple. There we go. And I'll go back and I'll pick that auto curve tool again, and I'll make another petal. So for each one of those, I will press the escape key, and I can make separate petals by doing that. And once I get those done, then I can put oval on the inside to make it complete. And I'll select my oval tool and I'll give it a different color. Fill that in the center. So that's one way of making your flower. You can make separate petals, so then if you need to change each individual one, you can. Or what you can do, I'm going to move this off to the side, you can make all the petals at once. So I'm going to go ahead and pick another color here and pick my auto curve tool, and I could start and make my petals all together by simply clicking around. It takes some practice, and if you mess up, we could always go back and we can always make adjustments according to our needs. So if I messed up that curve tool, I can always go back. I can edit those. If I double click inside this area, these little blue handles appear, and I can modify my shapes if I need to. And I'll put an oval inside, make that one green color as well. And so I have 2 flowers made 2 different ways, but same sort of results. So once I get that done, then I can save this. Make sure you're always saving as you're working through. And the next steps are going to take you through and have you do some um, effects on the shapes here. So we can go ahead and select the flower here and go up to sprite effects, and it asks us to go to the blur menu and do a Gaussian blur. And what that does is it kind of blurs the flower a little bit, and it doesn't have really um, crisp edges. It blurs it a little bit, makes it a little bit more natural looking. And so we can adjust that and click OK. And it also asks us to draw some stem and leaves using the freehand tool. So we go to this menu here and then select the freehand tool, and we can draw stem in freehand. And every time you finish a tool, you have to go back and click it again. And so we'll just practice using some of these form tools. Okay, so I worked pretty fast, so you would want to do a little better job. Take your time. The slower you go, the better you are. So at this point, you'd want to make sure you save your work. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher.